The Freedom Belt.
Push the weight and now flex. Flex alive is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
What? What? I want you guys to understand something. First and foremost, let's give credit where credit is due. This was first spoken on at the barbershop. Shout out to my brother Fred. Y'all remember when Mauricio Suleiman was there talking about, oh, what is Juneteenth? What is Juneteenth? And he said, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And he got right on it, didn't he? Look at that belt, the 2 fists with the chains around it, around the WBC. Look at all those flags on there. And who's fighting for it? Maul Charlo. You better win, boy. You better win, boy. Don't go out there and lay an egg. What? Do you expect anything different? Will it be? I don't know. There's not going to be any sanctioning fees for this. This is just something they're giving up, right? Why can't they just make trophies and give it away? Just give it to Maul, whether he wins or not. This belt is on the line. What happens if Maul loses? What happens? That wasn't in the plan. Juneteenth, black people, the emancipation of slaves. Juneteenth. Maul go out there and lay an egg. What happens? I'm annoyed, and I'm like really trying not to be profane. I'm just annoyed with this. You didn't have to do this. Why do this? For what? This is a waste of leather and gold. It's stupid. Well, let's look at the cup half full instead of half empty. At least Mauricio was doing something, right? He didn't have to do this, right? Right? He didn't have to do this. I'm trying so hard to look at the positive perspective behind this. But it's kind of hard when I see this. You see Gary Russell near the bottom on the left-hand side, second from the left? No franchise. Right? See Tiafimo there? Second row, right next to Devin Haney on the right. Why is he there? Hey. You see the Charlos on the far left. But if you look up right next to Tyson Fury on the far left on the top, why is Dillian White next to him? Why is Dillian White even there? These guys are setting up to do something wicked. Mark my words. When Fury loses to Wilder, No one's going to be in a rush for undisputed again, and we're going to be back at square one, and they're going to be throwing Dillian White at this guy again. But back to this. I want to know how y'all feel about this. When I say y'all know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about my brothers and sisters. How y'all feel about this? Am I off on this for feeling a little off about this? Am I off? Am I overreacting? Tell me. Tell me, man. Don't be afraid. Does this offend you? Explain why. You know what I'm thinking? If this was the case, Juneteenth ain't new. He should have did this years ago. There's a lot of holidays for all ethnicities. Why not make a belt for every holiday? Every, I don't know, religious holiday. Juneteenth, you have one for Cinco de Mayo. Why now? Well, we can say at least he listened to Fred. Fred suggested it, and I guess he took it and ran with it. But you know what it is? I don't mind there being a Juneteenth strap. I do mind where it's coming from. That's the problem. I mind where it comes from. Look at where it's coming from. Mauricio Suleiman. That's where it's coming from. The guy that gave us the franchise status made everything a hell of a lot more confusing. The guy that invented it for Canelo Alvarez. The guy that said it has to be requested. Meanwhile, how could you request something that doesn't exist? That leads me to believe that Canelo requested it and you honored it and he was able to move around certain fighters. Right, Maul? This man made it possible for Canelo to move around you, and with the help of his fans enabling that, you got no shot. And who spoke up on that? We did. But you ain't got to worry about us no more. So now this man's turning around and says, oh, no. I got y'all. I know how to make up for it. Juneteenth belt. He could have made this belt decades ago. He didn't do it. As soon as he took over from his father, his late father, he could have did it. Didn't even think about it. But with racial tensions being what they are and him creating statuses for his people or whatever people who are in the best interest of business. Lomachenko, can I get that? Yes, vacated. I ain't got to fight Gary again. I ain't got to fight Devin Haney again. Let me go the easier route. I'm going to fight Teofimo. Press my luck. No rematch clause, and now magically it becomes transferable. Teo gets it. Boom. He's undisputed to a lot of eyes. And instead of saying, no, you got the status, but that's the real belt over there. By way of the rules, because you're always changing them, he was undisputed. And we're still dealing with that right now. So I don't mind the Juneteenth strap. I do mind where it's coming from. The IBF could have did this. The WBA, WBO, I wouldn't have mind as much. But I do mind where it's coming from. Man. Dead ass. The internet is undefeated, man. Undefeated. While y'all commenting, I want you to think of the most ridiculous belt you could think of and put it in the chat. Let's just make a game out of it. Let's do it. This guy, Juneteenth. He never heard of it. He said it on Fred's show. Then Fred brought it up and told him what it was. And he said, great idea. In that show, I said, I hope he don't do that. You know why? Because coming from him, here's my problem. You ready? It's not genuine. It's not. It's not genuine. But go ahead, Maul. You fighting for your people. Don't get in there and lay an egg and lose, man. I'm not covering it regardless. If you go in there and lay an egg, no one's picking you to lay an egg. They're picking you to win. Because you're Jamal Charlo. You're fighting for your people. You said that. Well, you go on in and handle your business, boy. Interesting to see what happens if you lose. See this cat running around with the freedom belt. Oh my God. The cornbread fish and collard green belt. The bodega belt. The loud muffler Honda Civic belt. Man. I'm out.
Move!